Now that you've loaded all the model components into your cabin design, it's time for us to put the roof on there. Now in order to put the roof on there, we're going to follow a couple of steps here. First, we're going to go out and over 1 foot in each direction from our corners of our cabin. Now if your cabin is L-shaped, you're going to, like I said, want to be offsetting these guys outward. So think about where your corners need to be going. We'll go out and over 1 foot from each of these. And then from the end of each of these, we're going to go up 7 inches. This is going to allow us to create not only soffit, but fascia. Soffit is the stuff that is the overhang that you see underneath, and fascia is going to be the board that goes around the bottom of our roof. Okay? And there we're going to create a couple of rectangles going across each one of these, which should then end up closing up, creating a slab across the top of our roof there. Again, this stuff right in here is what would be known as the soffit. This board coming along the bottom of the roof here would be your fascia. Now we're going to draw a line from here to the midpoint in order to get a measurement for how wide our roof is, which, as you can see on this one here, is going to be 11 feet. I'm going to multiply this 11 feet by my pitch number. And what I mean by pitch number is when we're describing roofs, roofs are always described by the pitch. So you'll hear a 312 roof or a 512 roof, a 712, all the way up to like a 1212 roof. Those numbers refer to the number of inches that something is going to rise for how many inches it is going to run. So the 12 is always going to be the run, and then the rise is going to be dependent upon how steep of a roof you want. In Montana, because we have snow, you're going to need a minimum of a 312 roof pitch. However, more commonly in housing applications, you would see a 512. So we would take that 5 and multiply it by the 11 feet that we have going across here, which is going to tell me I need to come up 55 inches. From there, I'm going to create a triangle going down to my base, and then I'm going to delete that center line. Next, I'm going to push-pull this triangle all the way across my roof, giving me kind of a monopoly roof on my house. Now, in order to get rid of the monopoly roof look, I'm going to use my offset tool to allow me to create fascia going up the sides here. And I'm going to offset that the same 7 inches for the fascia that I put all along the bottom. Next, I'm going to create what's known as the bird box, which is this little corner here. Allows our fascia to be trimmed out more nicely. And we're going to delete the extra lines. And then we're going to push-pull this top section here of the gable roof back into where the roof of the house is. And then delete this bottom line, allowing our wall to flow continuously up there. Okay? If you don't want to use a gable roof and you want to use what's known as a hip roof, we're going to take that same width that we applied right here, and we're going to come back along the top of our cabin. So we had 11 feet to the center point of our roof there. We're going to draw that same 11 feet, come to our end point, which should be right there, and we're going to draw lines back down to our corners. That will allow us to then delete these lines, and we will have what is again known as a hipped roof, where the roof slope goes all the way around. Okay, so those are your two options for creating a roof. Once you've got the roof created, we're going to make it a group so that if we ever need to, we can move this roof off our cabin again. So we're going to come around on this side, select all these, and then come back over to this side and do likewise, selecting those guys. When you go to hit these guys, you're going to want to use the control button, not the shift button. That way it doesn't deselect the ones that you've already selected. Once we've got these all selected, we're going to hit right click, make group, and that will allow for us then to take and pick up our roof without having to take the rest of the house with it. Anytime we want to move it back, we simply grab one of these corners and move it back onto our roof.